Midlife weight gain is a really common thing that I see in my practice, and it usually manifests around the waist, and this is what we call the worry waist. There's a lot of kind of hormonal roadblocks in the way, and our sort of toolkit of losing weight in our 20s and 30s and early 40s suddenly doesn't work anymore. At perimenopause, we go through huge amounts of metabolic changes. We become more insulin resistant because estrogen is involved in how sensitive we are to sugar and getting it out of the blood. So we can often get more sort of hangry and get more shaky and faint, which are all signs of these lows in blood sugar. And once you get these highs and lows of blood sugar, this can create more stress in the body, and this then leads to this more kind of stress weight gain, which is around the middle. So we have to actually trick the body into not feeling so stressed. My biggest tip for anyone wanting to lose weight at perimenopause is to stop calorie counting. We have so much food out there that is very high in sugar and high in fat, and in nature you never see these two things together. You have your high sugar foods, which are your berries and your fruits, no fat, or you have your nuts and seeds, which are very high in fat and low in sugar. My biggest tip, really, if we're looking at weight loss, is first to eat your evening meal earlier, and then you will wake up feeling more hungry. If you can do fasting exercise as you wake up, even if that's walking the dog around the block, that will really help with fat burn. But enjoying a good breakfast, and there's loads of research that shows that if you have a good protein-rich breakfast, that you will then not need to eat so much or drink so much caffeine throughout the rest of the day. So to have, ideas for breakfast, well, eggs any which way. Eggs were demonized in the 70s. Eggs are the most quality protein that you can find. And actually, protein is very much part of one of the key foods at menopause, because we lose lean muscle mass. We don't have stores of protein in the body. So we need to have protein in every meal and every snack. I don't care what happens to the rest of the day when you're looking to lose weight, but if you focus in on the first hour of the day, on waking, have a hot water and lemon. So instead of reaching for tea or coffee, have this very hydrating. We're dehydrated when we wake up, and the lemon also helps to stimulate the liver, which is in charge of detoxification, but also it's fat digesting as well, and many other roles in the body. Caffeine shunts us into stress mode. So much about weight management is about stopping these kind of highs and these lows of blood sugar. So enjoying your caffeine with your breakfast, and having 2 cups of tea or coffee with your breakfast, but having it mindfully. And then for the rest of the day, having herbal teas and water if you can. But what you'll notice is that if you do those things in the first hour of your day, that will create a full ripple effect for the rest of the day. And then at 10:30, you'll be like, oh, actually, I don't feel like I really need to eat. I don't feel hungry. Basically, we want your hunger to grow slowly. True hunger is something that you think, oh, I'm quite hungry, but you don't necessarily need to eat now. Whereas hunger from here, which is that sort of hanger, must eat now, is a stress response. By helping reduce the stress response in the body, this helps to release this central weight, which our body is holding on to because we're in this constant state of stress. And I think at perimenopause, when the wheels fall, we are actually forced to put ourselves up the to-do list because the wheels are falling off, and we are the central cog, which is wonderful, which is beautiful, being a woman for that reason. But, we need to put ourselves above our cats and dogs and, pets for once. So for me, food is a critical part of that.